Well, hi and welcome. This is Kevin Leipsic, host of Contractor TV. Contractor TV is focused on providing content to help contractors start, grow, and manage a successful construction business. We're sponsored by the Contractors Resource Center, which specializes in providing legal, financial, and insurance services for contractors. Today, we have a good friend of mine and a great resource for many of my contractor clients. We have David Tran. David is the owner of Prosperous Law in California. As mentioned, he's been a great resource for a lot of my insurance clients. And today we want to talk about something that's very important. Yeah, we're going to talk about home improvement contracts. We want to cover with David, what they are, when does a contractor need a home improvement contract, what should a contractor have in their home improvement contract as far as specific language, and what happens if a contractor fails to use a home improvement contractor. So that's today's topic. David, welcome. Appreciate you carving out time. Anything you want to share with us, I guess, before we jump right in terms of the big topic of home improvement contracts?
Thank you for having me. This subject is near and dear to my heart. I've
Yeah.
spent a better part of 20 years working in this arena. And as you said, to protect contractor to build and grow their thriving business, we have to look at the detail and the things that potentially could cause them to lose money. And this is where a home improvement contract, if we use it correctly, will safeguard the contractors from, people who are looking to either scam them out of money or not wanting to pay.
Right, right, perfect. So again, appreciate you carving out time so we could knock this video out. Let's start, I guess, first with, what is a home improvement contract? Or sometimes, you see the abbreviations in construction groups about HICs, but what is a home improvement contract?
The home improvement contract is a form basically created by the legislature because there's been such a historic problem of homeowners not understanding construction language in a contract. They don't know what the price is, they don't know what the terms are, and so homeowners complain to their legislature, go, "Hey, we're being taken advantage of." And so the legislature crafted the body of a contract to say these are the things that at the minimum, you have to put into a contract when you're working with a homeowner on any project worth $500 or more. Okay. And it's intended for exactly that, home improvement. It is not intended to cover a service contract or a repair contract. Say your air conditioning goes on the blink and you call an air condition repairman. They don't need to use a home improvement contract. Or if you're cleaning out the air ducts inside your house, those people don't have to use a home improvement contract. But for contractors that are coming in, remodeling the kitchen, redoing the bathroom, adding a wing, you know, um, it doesn't cover ground up construction. If you're building a brand new house for a homeowner, the home improvement contract doesn't apply. But anything short of that, you would need to use a home improvement contract in California.
Okay. I was just going to touch on California. A lot of our contractor clients are in California. We have a pretty big reach specifically with California contractors. So when you mention legislature, you're referring to the California legislature, like this. You're talking about the CSLB.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
the
The
California
California
State License Board.
legislature, yes, through the Department of Consumer Affairs, and the CSOB is one of the wings of the Department of Consumer Affairs.
Okay, thanks for clarifying that. So, if I heard you correctly, this is really for not necessarily the service contractors, the electrical, the HVAC, the plumbers. This is for like the B licensed contractors or the B2 that are doing remodeling or putting on an extension to a home, which is
Okay, let
really,
me clarify that.
yeah.
Uh,
So,
it applies to anyone who building something new or remodeling or renewing an existing property. Okay, so if you are a general contractor that building a house from scratch, from the bottom up, that's the situation when you don't need to use
It's
a
not
home
an
improvement
improvement. It's
contract.
not a home improvement, right?
Correct. It's a new construction.
Okay. What about the plumbers or electricians that are coming in to do service related work? Should they have a home improvement contract?
Only if you are contracting directly with the homeowner or the tenant of the house. If the subcontractor contracts with the general contractor, then the subcontractor does not need to use the home improvement contract. The general contractor need to use the home improvement contract with the owner or tenant.
Okay. Thanks for clarifying. So we talked about what a home improvement contract is, why they need it. Let's touch a little bit about what happens if a contractor does not use a home improvement contract.
Okay. Then when
Yeah.
you don't use the correct home improvement contract format, your contract is deemed voidable. I'll make the distinction. Um, a void contract versus a voidable contract. A void contract is when you contract to do something illegal, such as I will contract to murder someone, or I will contract to sell something in drugs. That is an illegal contract,
Okay.
and those contracts are void as I'm on its face.
Okay. Good
A contract,
clarification. So we want a legal.
yes,
We-
okay.
Yeah, pretty extreme, but yeah, the contract for
Yes,
hire, murder for
and
hire.
then a contract is voidable when it violates public policy or there's something inherently wrong with the contract. Um, so the legislatures in this home improvement contract want some things very clearly spelled out. What is the price? What are the services you're providing? What are the deliverables you're going to give me for my price? Okay. When is the project going to start roughly?
Timeline, right?
When is the project going to end? Those are the bare bones elements of any contract. But in a construction setting, the legislature said you need to clearly spell it down so that there's no room for ambiguity, so that the homeowner who's not sophisticated will be able to understand, my contract is slated to start this month. It should go for probably a couple of months. And here is the fixed price. Now, if there's going to be changes to the contract, whether you're adding more stuff or adding or subtracting stuff, the legislature wants you to do it in the form of a change order. A change order is like a little mini contract that says, hey, the original contract called for this,
Right.
but now we're going to change it up a little bit, and it's going to affect the cost and the time, you
Right.
know, either adding time or adding costs or subtracting time.
Yeah.
So
So those
those
are
are
the components. Those are the components. Did you touch
the
on, did I miss it? Isn't the payment plan a suggested
yeah,
part of a home improvement contract? Right? It's like,
yes,
when am I going to get paid? How am I going to get paid? To,
yes.
okay.
The payment plan, if the project is going to go longer than a few weeks or a few months, and you want payments midstream or midway, the home improvement contract says, okay, you're entitled to get the payments, but you can't get paid for something you haven't done yet. You can't ask for a 50% of the payment
Yeah.
on day one of the project because you haven't earned that money.
Yeah. And
You're
that never
entitled.
happens, right?
Right. I know some of our contractors want the money. You can ask for money to buy material that's perfectly legitimate, but you got to bring receipts and say, yes, here's my receipts. And
Sure.
if you want to get paid monthly, say, hey, I expect to get paid monthly, and or you have mile markers. When I do demolition, you'll pay me X amount. When I
Perfect.
do rough stages, you'll pay me X amount,
Okay,
and
perfect.
so on.
Yeah, let me jump in here real quick for those that might be listening on our podcast. For information about what David and I are speaking about, you can call 530-320-3617 or email me at any time, Kevin at the Contractors Resource Center. And again, that's Kevin, Kevin, at the Contractors, and that's plural resource, Resource, center, CENTER.com. So I just want to throw that in for those that may not be watching on Contractor TV on YouTube. Appreciate the explanation. We were talking about the payments. I want to back up a little bit because there's been some new changes in California, specifically CSLB, California State License Board, laws around minimum work performed that classifies a handyman to a contractor. I believe it's gone from 500 up to $1,000. So you mentioned, I believe, $500 for a home improvement contract. Is that still the same, or is it now $1,000 or more to trigger the need for that home improvement contract? Or does it matter?
Well, given the rise of the handyman rate from $500 to $1,000, the laws of the should apply now, and we would expect a written change to the home improvement contract. But the TSOB will not punish you if you're in that gray area from 500 to 1,000. Okay,
Okay.
cumulative over the course of a couple of years. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for that clarification, Kevin.
Yeah, I mean things are changing all the time, especially in California. Are you licensed in process or give advice, legal advice outside of California? Or is California specifically your niche and specialty?
Well, I'm licensed in California, but we have attorneys in our office that do cover other states. And I have to warn you, each state approach the regulation of construction a little bit differently.
Yeah.
California just happened to be a very, particular in their thing.
Yeah. Appreciate you clarifying because the same with our business at the Contractors Resource Center. Most of our clients, most of our business is California, but we work with and consult with contractors throughout the United States. So the point is for those that are watching or listening, contact us and we can put you in touch with somebody, no matter what state you're in, and get you help regarding the laws around home improvement contracts. So we covered quite a bit, what the contract is, when you need it, why you need it, the components of a home improvement contract. David and I spoke briefly before we hit record here on this video and audio. We wanted to make sure that those that are listening or watching to this podcast or YouTube video, we have a home improvement contract that is vetted, that David's reviewed, that we'd like to share with you. If you don't have one, we can provide it for you for free. It's a great template to start with. David, why don't you, I guess, touch a little bit about what we can offer and what this home improvement contract is that we can offer for free.
Yeah, this home improvement contract was lifted from the the Business and Professions Code 7159. For those of you at home that want to play along, Business and Professions Code 7159 and 7159.5. What we did is we boiled all those requirements down into a 4 or 5 page template. You can use it, put your name on top, put your license number on top, and you will at least meet the minimum requirements of what the contract board requires. From there, you can always add on. You can add on your own scope of work as an attachment, saying, please see my scope of work. Or if you do a proposal to a client and you want to say, okay, as part of the contract, you will refer to the proposal, and this is my breakdown of what I'm going to do and the price that we talked about. So Kevin and I can do another seminar or another podcast on this at another time where we'll walk you through where to put your name, where to put the particular information. All right. All right.
Yeah, yeah, that's a great idea. Maybe we can schedule something after this the call to actually walk through and maybe do some screen sharing of how to build your home improvement contract. Would that make sense?
Yes. Yes. Um,
Okay.
all of which is
Yeah.
intended to
Yeah.
protect the contractors from, there's a lot of regulations, a lot of rules,
Yeah.
and we want to make sure that you folks grow and prosper in your business.
Perfect. Perfect. David, appreciate the time. The contact information, email, phone number is above if you're watching this on Contractor TV on YouTube. For those that are listening, again, my name is Kevin. I can be reached at 530-320-3617 or email Kevin at thecontractorsresourcecenter.com. David, thanks again. Always appreciate your wisdom and your tips for contractors. Let's definitely I'll follow up with you after we do this recording, and we'll schedule a time to specifically go over those components about what is the home improvement contract, and maybe we'll go through, and maybe even I'll invite one of my contractor clients. We can kind of go through and build one together in kind of a mock scenario of a remodel. I think that'd be great to do.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
You bet, David. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thanks again.
All right. Take
All
care.
right. All right. Bye-bye.